From grass to railway and vaccines to economic and technical cooperation, Nepal and China on Saturday signed 9 agreements and documents, but none of the Belt and Road Initiative, with officials saying more negotiations are required. Good morning, I am Prarambha Dhal. Let's begin with the main stories. Foreign ministerial level bilateral talks held between China and Nepal. The two sides ink a number of agreements related to railway and transmission line. Academic institutions found to be flouting regulation in the absence of proper monitoring by operating programs related to CTE-VT and various universities. US President Biden says Russian leader Putin cannot remain in power, calls the Russian president a butcher in a sharp escalation of US approach to Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine. And Kolkata Knight Riders mark a winning start in the new season of the Indian Premier League, secure a 6-wicket win over Chennai Super Kings. Nepal and China yesterday signed 9 different agreements. The deals were inked during the bilateral talks held on the second day of the visit of Chinese State Councillor and Minister for Foreign Affairs Wang Yi. The two sides signed 9 different memorandum of understandings in the presence of Foreign Affairs Minister Narayan Khadka and his Chinese counterpart. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the agreements were signed in terms of Nepal-China cross-country railway feasibility study, transmission line, upgrading of Bharatpur Cancer Hospital, tax waiver on the export of Nepali products, upgrading and transfer of Arniko Highway, and agriculture, among others. Prior to the inking of the understandings, the two foreign ministers had held a one-on-one meeting. The visiting Chinese minister also called on Prime Minister Sher Bahadur yesterday evening. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang is also scheduled to pay a courtesy call on President Vidyadevi Bhandari today. The Chinese Foreign Minister will also meet CPN Maoist Center Chairperson Pushpa Tahal and CPN UML Chair KP Sharma Oli today itself before wrapping up his 3-day visit of Nepal. Medical education has a ruling that bars an academic institution from running 2 different programs affiliated to different universities. However, academic institutions are found to be flouting this regulation in the absence of proper monitoring from CTE-VT, the Council for Technical Education and Vocational Training. The Medical Education Commission is now all geared up to take action against such defaulting academic institutions. Bhaktapur's Civil College of Health and Sciences is found to operate nursing and health assistance for intermediate level affiliated to CTE-VT. There are some 400 students admitted to this college. As per Medical Education Act, the same academic institution is barred from running programs related to high school and university. There are at least 3 dozen colleges that are operating programs affiliated to CTE-VT and universities. Speculations are also high that CTE-VT officials have been financially influenced by colleges to run these programs. Meanwhile, due to the initiative taken by the Medical Education Commission, the academic programs of at least 3 dozen colleges are going to be stalled. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked the local residents in several provinces what is their take on the increasing number of inaugurations happening with the nearing elections. Before we go for a short break, let's now take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
बनाएका हुन् नेताहरूले यो जनतालाई देखाउने एउटा आफ्नो भ्रम सृजना गर्ने मात्रै हो नेताहरूले आफूलाई ठुलो बनाउन पनि खोजिरहेछ
चुनाव प्रसारको मात्र यो होडबाजी मात्र हो अरु केही हैन
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what is your take on academic institutions illegally running 2 education programs affiliated to different universities? Your options are A. Operators monopoly, B. Financial irregularity, and C. Lack of monitoring. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
A New Road Team NRT secured a 3-1 win over Vijay Youth Club and have progressed to the semi-final of the Simra Gold Cup. An 18th minute goal from Bimal Rana put Vijay Youth ahead in the match. Mesuke Olumo equalized for NRT 3 minutes later. With no further goals, the regulation play ended in a 1-1 draw. It was Mesuke again who found the back of the net in the additional extra time. Stephen Sami then sealed the win for NRT with the team's third goal. 8 Asian League teams, Himalayan Sherpa and the Armed Police Force lock horns in the tournament today. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look into the top stories one more time. Foreign ministerial level bilateral talks held between China and Nepal. The two sides ink a number of agreements related to railway and transmission line. Academic institutions found to be flouting regulation in the absence of proper monitoring by operating programs affiliated to CTE, VT and various universities. US President Biden says Russian leader Putin cannot remain in power, calls the Russian president a butcher in a sharp escalation of US approach to Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine. And Kolkata Knight Riders mark a winning start in the new season of the Indian Premier League, secure a 6-wicket win over Chennai Super Kings. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a beautiful day ahead.